And as part of that vision, as part of that impact in the last 13 years, it's with great pleasure that I introduce your first speaker for tonight, whose visionary leadership over the past 13 years has transformed that humanitarian response organization into the most impactful nonprofit in India today. Please give it up for our very dear friend, Ms. Lata Krishnan, everybody.
Thank you, Anish. I don't know if I'd want my Stanford grad to get into comedy myself, but that was a great job. Thank you. There's a certain pulsating environment today. This is, I don't know how many galas I've been to, but tonight there is an energy in the room. And I think it's because we have so many young people today. And I'm very, very excited to have all of you here today. I'd like to first acknowledge the Consul General. Yes. I'd like to acknowledge our Consul General, Mr. Parthasarathy. Thank you for being here tonight. Our honorees, Frank D'Souza of Cognizant and Greg Becker of Silicon Valley Bank, for their leadership and their commitment to philanthropy. Our very special guests from India, Bharti and Umayal, and from Chennai, and Rehana and Shamali from West Bengal. Radha and Deepak Basu for being such wonderful partners and for being here. Our board members, especially Harith and Kash, who have traveled all the way from the East Coast to be here just for this event. And our local board members, Sridhar, Dyers, and Ash, thank you so much. Our trustees who are still committed, I have a long list, so we'll hold the applause till the end. Our trustees who are still committed year after year, the Wadhwanis, Ajay Shah, Dams, Mukesh Patel, Subedars, and Godwanis. And may I also welcome our very new trustees from Orange County, Tini and Shiv Grewal. Special thanks to Ajay Shah and Ash Lalani for supporting our fundraising drive for this evening, and to Rohini Vasisht for hosting a wonderful trustee dinner. Usha Nesamani and Purvi Kunwar for their leadership and vision in piloting the first ever Youth Ambassador program. This program is designed to inspire high school students to become global citizens by developing leadership and social development skills. And these 25 young kids are going to India for the very first time this June, and we're very excited about this program. Thank you, Anish, for being a wonderful MC this evening. And a special thanks to David and Michael and their entire team from E2K for seamlessly organizing this beautiful night tonight. To Sophia, Nadi, and Arun for their wonderful Bharatanatyam performance. I'm sorry there was a bit of a commotion, but I know that most of us really appreciated the dance. Our auction donors, Silicon Valley Bank, Steglin Family Vineyards, Spot Nana, Harman International, Michael Olmsted, and of course the wonderful Navy SEALs who will be skydiving with some of our very lucky guests very soon. Not my family, I hope. Our AIF staff, none of this could have been possible without Drew, and in particular, Bhavna and Luz. I really want to give them a great hand. And of course, all our table sponsors this evening for their support year after year. There are many of you who bought one ticket, some of you have bought a table, some of you two. And it doesn't matter. And it doesn't matter if you're here as someone else's guests. We just so appreciate you taking the time to be here this evening. And it gives us great pleasure to spend the entire evening with you. Thank you so much. As we gather here tonight, entrepreneurs and corporate leaders of the Silicon Valley, you know that AIF has always been more focused on deliverables, on the revenue numbers, the scalability. And that is what has allowed AIF to grow thus far so quickly. But today I want to shift your focus for a minute and think about the impact, not in terms of the numbers, but in terms of the deep societal changes we've been able to impact. Not about how much money we've raised in resources, but about the relationships we've built in the public and private sector. Not about scalability, but the number of hearts and minds that we've uplifted from the depths of hopelessness. While in our early years, AIF's focus was very venture-based, in sort of venture-based investing, helping seed and scale some of India's emerging NGOs, we were also busy at work, surfacing and scaling some of our own innovations to address India's most pressing issues, all the way from providing education to children of migrant workers, who are some of the most impoverished communities in India, to asset-based microfinance for rickshaw drivers and their families. These initial efforts helped us develop a group of signature programs encompassing education, livelihoods, public health, and very importantly, leadership development through our Clinton Fellowship Program. Using leverage and advocacy, we feel that we are the voice of the voiceless. One area that has always been a focus for AIF and continues to be ever so important are women and girls. As Hillary Clinton very recently and very eloquently stated, helping more girls achieve their potential is the greatest unfinished business of the 21st century, and we cannot afford to sit on the sidelines. I'm proud to say that at AIF, we've retained a special focus on ensuring girls and women are central in our efforts by investing more than half of our resources to them in order to equalize opportunity in India and hope for a healthy, productive, and successful lives for them. Tonight, I feel so privileged to share with you a living testament of these efforts. With us this evening, we have Shyamali and Rehana, two phenomenal young women who have transformed their lives and their families' lives by becoming financially independent through vocational skills they've gained through our Market Aligned Skills Training Program. And to the group of techies in front of me, whom I know there are many, I'm excited for you to hear from Umayal, who has been part of our Digital Equalizer program for the past 3 years, leveraging technology to improve public education in India and empower girls with learning tools to prepare them for the modern workplace. It can't be overlooked that the Indian community is one of the younger diasporas in India, in America. The singularity of passion and dedication that I've experienced with our community in thinking and acting philanthropically here is a further testament to the spirit of philanthropy. Where Indians and so many other communities that call themselves Americans share a common goal of a more just and equal world. And while I'm proud of my incredible Indian heritage and wish to take every American friend to feel and touch and explore the history, architecture, food, spiritualism, color, and vibrancy that is India, I'm also deeply grateful to my friends and colleagues in the US who for 28 years have taught me the generosity of the American spirit, a spirit that altruistically looks to uplift those in need, both here in the US and across the globe. So, as many of you go home tonight and put away your bangles and your bow ties, I hope that you will have returned home touched by someone or something and inspired to get engaged. Whether that is joining our community of more than 15,000 members across the nation, or through our new Youth Ambassador program where you might wish to send your young child to India for the summer. Each action that we collectively take will have a ripple effect across the world, helping us instill a sense of social responsibility and global citizenship for a world that so desperately needs it. Thank you very much.